Today we are discussing about toxic parent. So who is a toxic parent? Toxic parent, this particular word is an umbrella term and it is used for parents who display some kind of a behavior, maybe one or more kind of parenting behavior that can cause harmful damages at emotional, physical or at personality level of the child. They can contaminate a child's sense of individuality and and bring in unhealthy perspective about many aspects like relationship, love, guilt, etc. So let us look at few of these behaviors. So let us start with the most common behavioral flaws in parenting, that is being hypercritical. So such parents are called hypercritical parents. See, healthy criticism is good. Criticism helps us to see flaws and plan things, right? A proper intention, with a proper intention and a well on time criticism with unhurtful words will help us to grow in life. Criticism is natural, when it comes to parenting. Criticism coming from parents is quite normal. But when criticism becomes a daily practice and everything is criticized, it becomes toxic. Parents who do not miss any opportunity to be judgmental and they never overlook any moment to be critical are termed as hypercritical parents. So let us understand at a psychological level what happens when you are overly critical. When a parent is overly critical, or maybe the parent is constantly critical and comparative, this results the child to grow up as an adult who has a lot of criticism about himself. The child always is judgmental about himself or herself. So when we come across these people, they have a harsh inner critic sitting inside them. Okay, this second voice in them is a constant companion, and this voice is a critical companion. Okay, this voice often resembles their parents' voice, and they always compare themselves. They are always critical about themselves, their look, their activities, everything, and they are judgmental about things. So when a person is overly critical about himself or herself, it can damage them in a many more way other than psychological way. Okay, definitely psychologically they will be always in stress, but their success, their happiness, everything becomes limited. They limit themselves from many things in life. Hypercritical parents have to understand that child is an individual, okay, and the child has his or her own innate strength and weakness. The child is, we can compare it like a package that comes to us with unique gifts in them. So we have to learn to accept the child as an individual. Learn to understand that even if they inherit your genes, they are different individuals. Okay, you have to learn and you have to make it a habit to overlook things that would require time to learn. So whether it is social, emotional, any kind of learning, any kind of maturity, it needs time. Maturity also is age driven. Okay, so maturity comes with age. We have to give them that time to grow. Give them happy days while they grow and mature and not be critical about them. Now the next type of parenting style we are going to see is known as emotional blackmailers. So such parents use guilt and money to control their children. They show no physical affection, but they give gifts and demand in return. Love is not any business deal, right? We cannot materialize parenting. What we are doing for our children, we cannot have all these in parameters. So emotionally blackmailing them leads to a lot of issues in later adult life also. Now, the third one we are going to see is competitive parents. Yes, you heard it right. Parents can also become competitive with children. Having a parent who inspires you is really a blessing. But when they start competition, when they are competitive with you, they will belittle you. They will criticize all your achievements and dreams. They are jealous. So, such parents are lethal again. The next one is you are not allowed parents. So, what are you not allowed for? You're not allowed to express your opinion. You may be not allowed to participate in discussions. You may be not allowed to express feelings, wants, your desires, what you like, what you don't like. Okay? So, with a not allowed parent, it is like having a dictator at home. Okay? And they decide what you want, what you have to do, what you have to think, what is right for you, what is wrong for you. During such parenting, the child often misunderstands or never learns how to take a decision in life. Okay? If the child is overly emotional, the suppressed emotions in the child can turn into depression in later stages. Sometimes we have seen, like as a child, the children don't know how to express or oppose what they are hearing from their parents. And to please them, they start doing things what they want. So pleasing people become a habit. So people pleaser definitely has a miserable life. You cannot please everybody in life. So this also leads to personality issues in later adulthood. There are many ways a toxic parent behave. A toxic parent may demand your attention and praises for what they do. They can withhold love, affection. Sometimes, they can go beyond this, and they would completely stop communicating or showing any kind of positive facial expressions like smiling or a relaxed face to you, which again becomes very difficult for a child to understand how to please them. The child is asking for forgiveness, but the parent is not ready to do that. The parent is wanting to punish them at a very different level altogether, which the child will not understand. We all are humans, and as a parent we also do make a lot of mistakes. Toxic parents never apologize. They refuse to take the blame, and often they make a false excuse of their children to escape a blame at a social level. Um, I'll give you a small example. Suppose a mother was not wanting to attend a party, and in front of her child publicly, she says that the child was not well, so she could not attend the party. Okay, the child was bewildered. Why? I was all right. Why did my mother say like that? So, to escape their own guilt, they scapegoat the child. This is really toxic. Some parents, they always put their feelings first. It's about them only. So, these toxic parents are again very harmful for children. Some parents argue and put a wrong example in front of their children. Well, physical abuse, we all know, is a part of parenting which cannot be accepted. So, these are a small examples of toxic parenting. There are many, many more behaviors which we can consider as toxic in nature. We will discuss all these later. We all introspect often why they do what they do, or why do they behave wrong, and often we realize that they too had a tough parenting. They are carrying burdens of their emotional injuries, and they too had a very tough childhood. We often hear our parents say that it is because my parents were like that, so I am like this. Is this an excuse? No, this is not an excuse. They have a past, and we cannot repair the past, can we? So, ideally, when you see the unfortunate side of life, like poverty and opportunities, how others got educated and started earning better, or went on to learn a skill and got more financially safer jobs, then why on behavior we choose to adapt the wrong and not think wisely to be what we should be? As parents, we are adults now and we are more aware. Technology and access to mental health has made us understand the reason for many behaviors. And also, we know we have opportunities to correct our behavior. It's intelligence and integrity that makes us understand that we should not belittle or do wrong like others are doing, whether it was my own parents. We have to do what is right. This topic of toxic parenting is very painful, whether it is about experiencing narcissism at your home, or abuse, or dysfunctional family, emotional or physical or sexual abuse. Everything is kept secret because it is coming from your parents. Guys, seek help. Seek help with a trustable source or multiple sources. Bring out your toxic parents. Help them to learn reparenting styles. Wounded adults in the past have taken refuge of drug, alcohol, porn, infidelity, emotional and psychological abuse on their spouse and children, or they have become really depressed and suicidal. When we understand the result of what we are doing to our children, we have to stop it immediately. We cannot be toxic and lethal for them. They are our children. Parents who emotionally blackmail, bully, manipulate, control, lie, abuse are really not role models. They need a professional therapist. They need to learn reparenting. Remember, those who are going through toxic parenting, you are not alone here. You are not on this planet to be engulfed with darkness, sorrow, or pain. You deserve to be safe, happy, joyful. You deserve to receive and give unconditional love. We will be learning in depth about this topic in our coming session. Thank you so much for listening.